Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Transport Fever. We're coming into land with our Dakota. We're heading into Boston as we speak. And it's carrying a mighty no passengers at the present time. But that's okay. My transport lines haven't... transport lines? What are you talking about? Most of my transport lines are fine. My airline hasn't yet picked up to the point that we can call it a roaring success. But its running costs aren't excessive, so it's not the end of the world that it's not currently making money. And one of the reasons it's not making cash is because there's nothing overly desirable about travelling from one end of the route to the other. So Boston, for example, has only just started receiving food, which in turn will start growing the commercial district. Flash to commercial district. So our commercial area over here is being fueled by the food that we're currently delivering. And that, in turn, will generate a few jobs for people to go to, or at least shops for them to shop in. I think jobs, by and large, are the yellow area, the industrial setup. But no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm good with this. As you can see, we do have at least a passenger, or in fact 4 whole passengers waiting for the next flight. So there are some flights that are more profitable than others, and for those of you who weren't around when we set this up, it lands down in San Bernardino, which is, it's progressing nicely, but again, it doesn't have anything being delivered right now. So there is no real drive to head from Boston to San Bernardino in terms of, what are the hot features of this town that might get someone such as myself excited about visiting it. There are. We'll resolve this in time, but not today. I might do one thing I didn't do. I might do a quick scout of the area here and see if there is a transit opportunity for cargo that might fuel the growth in this area. But that's just going to have to take a back seat because we've got new ships available. So let's get those rolling. I do have a plan. Don't worry. We're not going to just fly through this on a wing and a prayer. I've got a scheme of some sort that will hopefully engage and delight. Right. Okay. What do we got here? This is ship. Well, no, it's not ship 1. This is the CFS Black Pearl, as requested by Bad Company. Right, it's currently carrying 33 fuel backward, but when I mean backwards, kind of towards the start of the line. It's fine. I'm sure you knew what I meant. I do want to set this to upgrade, and we will use the new oil tanker we have available. Pricey though it may be, it's the Viola, I believe. There we go. 250 instead of 150, and it moves a little bit faster. Now I'm pretty confident in my my oil goods line that it will be able to support the upweighted delivery in this fashion. I think we're going to go with a sporty grey on that one. Let's change that to 25%, and then yes, because obviously I've got 2 ships on that line and I want to upgrade them both. Otherwise there will be peril. And if nothing else but to prove that out, let's go down to the oil well here, and you'll see, there's a good chunk waiting, 81. All right, well, maybe not quite as good a chunk as one may have hoped, but I think that'll work out. I mean, it is on a wait till full, and I suspect that the only thing that's going to up the tempo on that side of things is by. That said, this guy's only just left, and he's got a full load of the trolley fodder. Yeah, so, I mean, a few more deliveries on that side of things, and that should roar into life, he said. Meanwhile, who have we got going on here? The Pixelator. Now, we know that Pixelator needs replacing. I believe the Ray also needs replacing, which probably means that the Skipperchew does as well. Now, they're all running the same line, and it's actually a pretty good line in that they take a full load every single time. Now... thanks, Ray. Yeah, a full load every single time apart from this time when you're showing it off. Cheers for that. Much appreciated. Do I need to keep that there in order to remember I've got it on replace at 25%? Yes, I do. I will totally forget otherwise. Right, so we also want to replace my stone bulk services, and that's going to be this Axalp. So 150 this will now carry instead of the previously advertised 100, which is also good. And I think we'll... what feels good about goods? I think this kind... No, washed out blue. I think we'll go for a very washed out orange on that one. So, yep, we'll set that to auto-replace as well. I'll leave that at 100%, actually. I don't need it to... I don't need it to do it any quicker than that. And not to mention the fact that both these two are in need of replacement anyway. So, I mean, the benefit, aside from the fact that they will carry more goods, is that they will move faster. Now, as you can see from the old Profiteroonie here, we've got went a little bit Flanders there. Yeah, we've got good, solid profits coming in. Now, admittedly, I'm not spending a massive amount of money right now, but we do have a solid amount of profit. And I've got to keep an eye on all of my good services to make sure that I'm not bottlenecking it anywhere, otherwise it'll all slow to a crawl again. Likewise, both trains are currently working with a wait till full operation, and as you can see, they've gone. So we've got, it's working, people, it's working. What do we got here? 25 waiting for war food. How many trucks do I have on that? I suspect it might not be enough. Likewise, war food. We can set the... No. Ooh, let's get a good old Studebaker on that one. Food. I quite like that green, so let's see if we can't... We'll up it to a slightly more vibrant green. See if that makes people happy. Okay, good. Well, if it can pick up 13 a time post-upgrade... Do I really need to keep that? Yes, I do. You do need to keep that up there, but we'll use that as a flag in the ground for everything that's currently... No, you can't do that. We're going to need a... where are we? War, food. Food, war. War, food. War, food. There we go. Right, good. Meanwhile, we've got a bunch of vehicles that are just quite happily sat in a depot, so we'll sell them. We'll sell these, and then let's get to the main thrust of today's primary escapade. Thank you to those pointing out that this was flashing the entire time. I did know it was flashing. It doesn't bother me. Flint needs a connection to the chemical plant, which is over there, because, they're like that. Which means I must have... there you go. No, here's the chemical plant, look. And there's the reason that they're all griping at me. So I'll connect that just to cease the infernal flashing that is currently going on. Yep. And then we'll roll that over here. There we go. Flashing. Le cease. Okay, now there's a couple of things in mind that I want to maybe look at resolving in today's enthralling episode. Firstly, I would like this train this train setup to be a little bit more on the spot when it comes to delivering. I think that... what are we delivering here? At max capacity 132, and these two trains down here between them have got a capacity of like 140 some odd, but we also deliver to other places. Now, if we look, a glance back this way, I'm going to go back and forth along here a lot, we'll see that, look, we've already got enough for pretty much another full load. So, so I want to double this up, and as advertised, I will split these trains, split this into two trains, given that the costs are identical. But the benefit should be, well, it should be pretty noticeable in the more rapid delivery of goods. So first up, we want to dual track this, which has thrown me a very happy terrain alignment collision. Let's pause so that the game doesn't get too freaked out by my Oh, you didn't! Oh, you did! Oh no! Oh, well, okay. Well, I was going to upgrade it anyway, and upgrading it would have made everything disappear. And fortunately, I am paused. But, you know, that's painting a sunnier picture than I have any right to paint. Terminal. Oh, flipping heck. There. And I've done this before, right? I've noticed, actually I've not done it yet, that was a first, but I have noticed that was likely to happen, and you didn't place the upgraded station, because you're a fool. Right, let's go to, do we think we're going to upgrade it again? Do we really think we're going to upgrade it again? I don't think we will, and if we do, then so be it, and we'll have this fun again. But yes, I've noticed when I use because I've got into the habit of using a hotkey for the bulldozer, whereas historically in Train Fever, I would always, you know, I'd click and then I'd do the thing and then I'd go do something else. And I've noticed that using the hotkey has left me in a position where I don't fully appreciate that I am in fact locked and loaded with bulldoze. Right. Now, hopefully, that won't upset everybody too much. Yeah, I'm not convinced that's going to be viable either. Right now, this is going to be another bit of expense that is going to leave you scratching your heads. But you know, just go with it, people. I need to move the depot because when I split these trains up, I'm going to need the depot in order to get them in the right place. Right, let's get a... Yes? Is that what we want to do? Or rather, is the game going to let me pull that one off? Yeah, there we go. Maximum choice. Right, and then we're going to continue this along. And hopefully we'll be able to slap it in alongside the river. Now, why are we putting electrification on here? We really don't need it. No electrification. De-electrify. Yes, that's very good. No. What am I doing now? There you go. Right, look, just, you know, all of you, just play ball for a moment, will you? You know, I know I have difficulties in a lot of this stuff, but you know, you don't have to take that mickey. No. You have to aim then fire, fool. Right, back to work. Turn the catenary off. We won't need it. This will be a permanently diesel setup. He says, not knowing whether it's going to be permanently diesel or not. Rocket all the way around here. Now I could have just set up a passing track or something like that, but you know, I don't need. Is need the right word? It shouldn't be necessary. There we go. And I'm quite happy to have one train waiting. No, is that going to work? Yeah. Well, let's see if this puts up a fight with regards to being upgraded. Catenary, no, don't need it. Right, are you making a fuss? Am I heading for a fall here? I'm going to say no, and we're just going to spend the money. And then give it a bit of that, give it a bit of this. Hopefully this does not upset the train that's inbound. There we go. That's easier life. Now, the reason that because I'm not going to put any signals on here, and the reason for that is that I'm going to try and run these two trains, this one train that will be two, on... you've not got a full load anymore. Well, in that case, that's money I've just thrown away, but it's okay. We'll be okay. And of course, that's going to have a knock-on, which is less okay, but we're still okay here. Everything's fine. We're all fine. Right, let's put the depot back pretty much exactly where it was as before. And then a bit of this. See, that'd be nice. That would be a pretty grand move there. But we can do that, and then a bit of this. Okay, and we'll swing that round up to about there. In fact, you know what would be kind of cool here? You know what would be kind of cool is if we lined this up right next to the station and made it all look like one kind of gently integrated and fairly glorious looking something. Right, and then we'll obviously we'll delete this stuff again because, you know, we had that much fun placing it the first time. Who's to say we won't have more fun in placing it again? Right, and we'll roll that over there. And then we'll roll that in parallel with it. Or, no, yes, we'll do that instead. You hold fire for a moment. Let's get this one done. There you go, look. And then you find a clever place to join up. There, see, look, that looks good. There, right. Smashing. I'm only going to use it once. Why I'm bothering with any kind of engineering kind of stuff on that front is beyond me. Right, let's set up our lines, and I think actually what I'm going to need here is we're going to need a waypoint or two. So we'll stick one there and one there. Yes, because I want them to wait until full independently. And then at the other end, we'll do the same thing to make sure they're going to use the right tracks. This is possibly overkill, but it should pay off. Right, Frank, no, yes, this one. Good. Get out of my face. Right, so let's have a, I mean, what's that route currently doing? So you're currently rolling on the right-hand track. Which is fine. We just need to set up another one, which, had I not closed that immediately, we could do now. We want to go from Flint Sidings, yes. Ding, 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 ding. Via that to here. Okie doke. And then is it going in on the right platform at this end? Yes, it is. Good, excellent. So that's the aim here. So this is going to be War Freight Bulk, which is a catchy name, Alpha. And this one's going to be War, no. War Freight Bulk Bravo. Okay, now several of you have commented that that actually I could be shipping stone down here as well, in order to save just a little bit of time from my my ships. Very hectic schedule, but I don't want to do that. Not because you're wrong, just because that's not the plan we've got going on. Right, let's set things back in motion. Tell you what, let's set things back in motion just a little bit faster. Come on, sunshine. I know you've got a corner coming up, but I'm sure you'll be okay with it. Let's close that down. Right, so I'm not only going to split these guys up, I'm also going to add an additional wagon to each individual, and the upshot should be positive. Although I think actually what I'll do is I'll set an extra wagon on the grain train. The grain train, nice, but not on the livestock. Up, please. 3, 4. There you go. That's you. Train 6 is my grain deliverer. Right. Okay. Well, let's get you flying. I want you on. You can go on Bravo. You can go on the distant one. Meanwhile, we need to add another gondola for this chap. And it's going to have to be orange, otherwise everything's mismatched. Okay. Well, when it comes time to change these up, I'm going to, you know, we'll take steps to Alpha, Bravo, Alpha. Yeah, which? Hold on. I said it on Bravo. You said it on Bravo, right? You, Bravo. Right. You, Alpha. Now, as soon as that one's on the right line, we shouldn't have any trouble at all in getting his comrade going. Look at that. I mean, that's a lot of orange. I mean, I know I have an orange fixation, but that's orange. Capital O, R-A-N, and so on. Right, turn it around. Head back. Wait till full. Wait till full. Wait till full. Load if available. I don't think so. Lower Warren Flint sightings. There we go. Full load. Yes, look, come on. I mean, as much as watching a bit of jiggery pokery out here is amusing. Actually, it's kind of cool. Lower Flint sightings. Load full. There we go. Now they're going to have to wait for a little bit, because I suspect I've wrecked everything there. You, oi, come here. Turn around. There you go. Meanwhile, let's have a look and see if War Food is up to full upgrade. It is. Right, good. No, go away. And the ships of the Navy, yeah. One's done, the other isn't. Likewise here, 2 out of the 4 are done. Well, that's going to set that cat amongst the pigeons. So we leave that open a little longer. Right. There we go. Oh, no. Is it working? It's not currently working. Okay, fine. Have the trucks got the message? Are we delivering anything at all? Yes. Okay, right. Deliveries are being made. So, yeah, that's going to put a bit of a dent in last year's financial returns. My accountant is going to look at me over the top of his glasses and say, like, dear boy, that was a terribly poor, thought-out move there. You should have at least delivered before taking the train back to set it up. But, you know, we have a good relationship. I mean, and I pay his wages, so you can just live with that. There we go. All the orange. Plenty of orange, and once that's up to speed, it should mean that that the food line, rather than working erratically as it does right now, should work constantly. There should never be a point where there isn't food available, because these two will deliver in an asynchronous fashion, and it should make for some quite entertaining shots, I can tell you. On the subject of which, here's a jaunty angle. Let's turn the floaty text off. Get you out of the way. There we go. This is the jaunty angle. I like it. Oh, and there's a ship in the background. Very nice. Right, you've got enough. Tell you what, you go and get back to work. And whoever it was, apologies for the terrible name check, who said that you could just turn the train around and you don't have to mess about with the route to get it to wait till full. I'm going to try doing that, because that would make more sense than the method I'm currently doing. But of course, I'm only reminded of this after I've already done it. This is a cracking looking little loco there. Splendid. Right, good. Okay, so, well, that took a little more time than I was perhaps anticipating. Let's repay more of the loans. The loan's back down to 16 million, which I'm not thrilled about. If I'm honest, that's quite a hefty loan. Are you going to upgrade? You're not going to upgrade. How old are you, Skippertube? 36 years. Well, you're coming up on a replacement time. And that's fine. Okay, we have got new ships in motion, so let's go give them a go. And then hopefully, by the time of our return, the train situation will be happy-go-lucky again. 79 of 84. Very nice. Maybe that one's starting to pay off now. That should also have... That delivery we just got there should be enough to get this chap rolling, surely. You know what? Just get to work. Hey, look, it worked. Good tip. Thank you. Here, 22 of 84. Really? I mean, you're just a drain on my resources, friend. But I think what I'll probably end up doing with this, because this is the Indianapolis deliverer, is I'll probably end up rolling to Indy and then, I don't know, Pembroke? I have to think that through. Likewise, next episode is going to be the Indianapolis re-engineering episode. I can feel it. I can sense it. I've got the bankroll coming in order to be able to do that. And as such, it's a good time to get that done, because expansion is what we need. We've spent enough time on making the old world efficient. It's now time to make the rest of the world come on board. No, you're a Klondike. Where's my new stuff? I've just sunk, you know, bucks. You're an old one and all. Where is my spangly new fleet? What should we find first? Tanker or no? Let's go for container ship. Here we go. Here's the Ray, freshly minted. And it's Swiss, as well you would expect. Straight out of Basel. 30 of 150. Well, that's nothing to write home about, is it? But that's okay. We're fine here. But what I want to do is, actually, yes, what I want to do is mothball one of them. What are you carrying? Who's this? This is the SAS. Well, I'm going to send you nowhere. I'm going to leave it running. We'll see how we get on. I don't want to mothball it unless I have to. But it's more about, I mean, I don't care how much they're bringing back. It's more about how much we've got waiting to be picked up. Why is there food waiting for Henderson Stone bulk? That's baffling. Oh, okay. Well, no idea. Right, what have we got going on here? 65 of 72. Okay. 52 of 72. 60, 52. Where did you get 52 from? It says 65. Maybe it was 52 when I first looked at it. Excellent. Right, well, you know, that's all going. And then we're just going to have a quick look at the oil service we've got going on over here. There he is, look. Now, that's what I call an oil tanker. 223 of 250. This will up the tempo. The Black Pearl on its freshly christened. Don't tell me this is Swiss as well. I mean, I know the developers are Swiss, but does every ship in the game have to be Swiss? Not that I really mind. It's still, you know, that's a funky looking number. Ah, okay. That wasn't a very quick delivery there, Trugs. How many am I running on here, and what am I running? They look like Studers. No, they don't. They look like Fords. If I upgrade those to ooh, new plane, you say, and a state car. Well, I haven't really had the mileage out of the Studebaker yet. I mean, I still want to, not the Studebaker, the Dakota. I want to get a bit more oomph out of that before we press on further. Where are we? We are at Berkeley, right? So the oil shuttle at Berkeley needs to be replaced. Just set that to no for a moment, with a Studebaker oily wagon, which will be a very fetching dark pink. I guess that's purple rather than pink, isn't it? 25%. Stick it in motion, because they're not gonna keep up with my my delivery requirements. Maybe I even need a third truck on there, but I think by upping their capacity by almost 30% should do the like of that. There you go, trooper. Get trooping. What are you, and why you just sat there? Tell you what, just go get to work. You can come back in a minute. And you're upgraded as well. Good. No, 100%. And no. There we are. All right. Now, hopefully, that will get me filled up a little quicker. Yep, and the Pearl is setting sail for adventures unknown with Captain Jack Sparrow. I don't know. Right. Anything else I want to cover off right now? Yeah, okay, I'm going to do just the sneakiest of sneaky previews of what we got going to come up next. Indianapolis has got 2 stations. This one, arguably, even worse than that is way worse than the first one. I'm going to have to do some very creative thinking to get that to work. I want this station over here. That's the solution I came up with to how we cross the river. which means relaying the tram track as well. So be sure to tune in for that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. An episode of singular purpose, but you know, it's all about. I mean, you can half-ass quite a lot of the build that you do in this game, and as long as you've still got some heavy bankrollers going, you'll be fine in terms of being able to afford to keep stuff running. But if you go back on a regular basis and just check everything is working as well as it might, there are greater profits to be had. 748,000. Speaking of being bankrolled, how many are you picking up here from Warren? Because Warren gets a lot of traffic. In terms of Warren projects, just so as you're aware, Warren Henderson, yeah, that's coming up. And then probably, although I haven't thought it through in the slightest, it's either going to have to be Warren Jacksonville, which I think is almost certain. I think Warren Jacksonville looks quite good. It's going to be pricey, but you know, that's going to make people excited. Likewise, Jacksonville Phoenix. And actually, that one's not going to be too expensive as long as I behave myself in getting around this corner. Yeah, so there's lots to do. Pause the game, man. Go even further and actually pause it. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I've been Colonel Failure. Let's go back to our thing over here. See if they are both synchronized. Move a bit faster. There we go. See, look, we've got one moving with your full load of cows ready to be turned into baseball gloves, because we are in America. Chuck us a like on this one if you enjoyed it, and don't be ashamed to subscribe. Subscription ensures citizenship. I'm not sure what citizenship gets you, but apparently it's desirable. I'll be back very soon with more of the same. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.